It's another beautiful day for working on the railroad, and what I'm going to be doing today is trimming out this little pump house that I made a few days ago. As I look at this, it's kind of plain, and there's a couple things that I can do to this that will make it look a lot better. One is I'm going to frame the door with a little bit of white trim. I'm going to use a piece of this hobby wood that I bought from Hobby Lobby a while back. It's basswood, and I'm going to cut some thin strips out of this. I'll glue them in place around the door. They'll be painted white before I glue them up so that it'll look a little bit more attractive and a little bit more visible. Another thing that I can do that will trim this up and also make it look a little fancier is put a light over the door. So I'm going to take a just plug gooseneck light, outdoor light, and I'm going to put that over the door as well so that I'll have a light shining on the front of it. I have this mounted on a piece of wood that is painted stone gray. So with the gray of the wood of the stone gray base, making it look like it's sitting on concrete, black door, red building, steel silver roof, and the white trim on it, and that little gooseneck light, I think it's going to look a lot better when I'm done. Well, I've got the frame around the door. I used 16th inch thick wood for the door itself, and then I used 1/32 thick wood for the frame. So the frame sits a little inside the door, which I think makes it look a little bit better than it would if I just used the same size wood. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is put the gooseneck light on here. These gooseneck lights come two to a package like this in the packaging from Woodland Scenics, and I only need one, so I'm only going to be using one for this. The instructions say to drill a 1/16 inch hole where you want to mount the light, which I've just done. So I've got the hole ready to mount the light. Now the next thing to do is to get the wiring pulled off the spool that it comes on. As you unspool the wire from this little cardboard holder, it's a good idea to try to straighten out the kinks, the bends that are going around at each end as it goes around the holder, so that you don't end up getting snarls or kinks in your wiring later on. So you try to get this as straightened out as you can as you're unspooling it, and that is going to help later when you're going to be stretching it out to connect it to your just plug lighting system hubs. Now, once we have this straightened out, the next challenge is to try to get it through this little 1/16 inch hole. Great, I made it through. Once you've got the wire started through there, you can just continue to push it through fairly easily. Now, my next big challenge is that I have to get this wire to come out through a hole in the bottom of this pump house. So I'm going to have to try to catch it on the inside and fish it through. And to do that, I'm taking this coated wire here. I've got a little hook made there, and I'm going to try to push that through on the bottom, the hole that I've made in the bottom, and I'm hoping I catch the wiring that I've been pushing through on the inside. Twirl it around a little. Got it. Got a lot of it. I've got quite a bit of it there, so now we'll just pull it through. Once we hook it, I've got it pulled through. There. Now I've got my light where it's going to be, but I want to do some changes to the formation of the light first. And you can do those before you attach it. You can bend the gooseneck to get it into the shape that you want. I want it basically facing downward for the most part, just a little upward curve. So I want to go a little bit more and bend it more upward there, and there we have it. Okay, now once it's there, the next thing you do is you attach it with super glue. So I've got the wiring stretched out below. That will help me hold it in place once I put the super glue on. There, we have it super glued in place, and it should now stay. That's quick drying glue, so it should now stay where we've put it. The next thing I want to do is test it to see if it works. And to do that, I'm going to connect it to the linker plug here. Yes, it's lighting up. You can see it illuminating. It's lighting up, so that one is a good light. We're good to go. I now just have to put it in the position where I'm going to have it, and I'm going to be all set with that. So that's how you do that. Trimming out the door on the little pump house makes it look a lot more complete. Adding a light above it is going to make it look a lot nicer, especially in the subdued lighting in the evening. So that's it, start to finish, how we did it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate if you would give this a thumbs up, like the video, give it a thumbs up down below. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And if you know anyone who's interested in modeling, share this video with them as well. Thanks for watching.